Hey guys, Picture here, and today I'm going to be talking about the upcoming Neptune spin-off, Cyberdimension Neptune 4 Goddesses Online. So this game was announced a while ago and has had a release date of February 9th in Japan. Now many of the Neptune games have had a gap of just under a year between the Japanese release date and the Western release date. So sadly the English version will not be here for a while, but I'll just like to talk about the information we have for the game so far, so when it comes out we'll be ready to play. So first I'll talk about the combat system inside of the game. So first of all, the game lets us have 4 people in a party, including a playable character. Now I'm not sure if we switch between the 4 goddesses. Like most Neptune games, you can play as anyone, so you probably will be able to. The actual combat of this game is very similar to the combat of the Sword Art Online games, and this game is pretty much a huge parody of Sword Art Online, Axel World, any MMO in general. And you can tell by the characters when we get to them that he's ripping off Sword Art, well not ripping off, more parodying Axel World and Sword Art Online. Now next of all, you can also see in the final screenshot that you can retreat from battles by running away, so if you find a high level enemy you will not be forced to fight it and die. Now the main chunk of the information we have really is about the characters. So the first characters we have are the 4 goddesses. First of all we have Neptune, who is the guardian goddess of planet Neptune. And her in-game job is a holy knight. She can do anything including physical attacks, magical attacks and recovery, and she could be the strongest character in the game. Next we have Noir, the guardian goddess of Lustation, and her job inside the game is a black knight. She is only a close quarter combat and she uses special skills and has high power, so she is an attack type. Next we have Blanc, the guardian goddess of Louis. Her job inside the game is a priest, and she is a vital part of the party, and she of course has recovery and support skills. Finally, the final goddess we have is Vert, and she is the guardian goddess of Leanbox, and she is pretty much a video game addict, and she is the protagonist of this game. As Blanc did have a spin-off, Neptune is obviously all the main games, Noir's had a spin-off, so this is the Vert spin-off. Her in-game job is an enchanter, and she has skills to bestow unique properties on party members, and is able to restore and attack. Now the next character we haven't actually seen in the Neptune game, and she is called Bouquet, and they're equipped with an AI for conversation, and she's a guardian spirit who protects the Order of Asgard. She'll give adventurers various advice, and she's a love at first sight for Vert who wants a younger sister. And she reminds me a lot of Yui from the Sword Art franchise, and that's probably who she's based on, as she does look similar to Yui. And next up we have the CPU candidates. So next we have Nepgear, who is Neptune's little sister and the goddess candidate of Planet Neptune, and her job in 4 Goddesses Online is a magician. So she's pretty much a mage, and she's a long distance type and to be reckoned with when far away from enemies. Next we have Uni, who's Noir's little sister and the goddess cadet of Lustation. She is pretty much really tsundere, and she has speedy combat while wielding 2 guns at once using martial arts. Next we have the 2 twins, Rom and Ram, who are Blanc's little sisters. And Rom's job inside 4 Goddesses Online is a warrior, and all of her attacks are quick, but she has no competition when it comes to close quarter battles. And Ram's job inside 4 Goddesses Online is a ninja. She's a mid-distance type that quickly breaks enemies with her ninjutsu and taijutsu martial arts. Pretty much they're a lot different from when they were just mages inside the normal Neptune games, and I kinda like this, as I didn't like Rom around that much because they were a bit boring to use. But Rom in this game, I love her outfit, she's probably my favourite looking out of all the characters in the game. Next we have the supporting characters. We have IF, and she's been good friends with Neptune and Compa, and her job inside of the game is she runs a shop along with Compa. She gathers the items and synthesizes them. She has money and XP by running a shop. Compa, who is a nurse, and her main job is a healer, and she pretty much runs a shop and she's in charge of potions. Next we have TAMSOFT, who you will recognise if you played the Senran Kagura spin-off Neptune game, Neptune U and Blanc vs Zombies. And she's a blacksmith. She uses her weapon crafting skills to upgrade weapons for other adventurers. She works quickly and has a very good reputation. Next we have Uzume, and her job inside 4 Goddesses Online is a fighter. She fights without weapons, as according to her, those who only fight using their body look cool. And then we have Plutia, and Plutia's job inside of the game is a tailor. She changes raw materials into accessories and sells them to earn money and XP. She also runs the accessory shop together with Pishi. Now Pishi, who you may not know if you haven't played Rebirth 3, the same with Plutia, but I don't believe Pishi appeared in Blanc vs Zombies. I don't believe she appeared in New either, but she may have. But she's pretty much a showgirl for the shop. Now Arfois. Arfois a bit weird in this game. In the other Neptune game she's been the main villain, but in this game she's a gardener and she doesn't care anything about the story, and she's cultivating her eggplants. She frowns upon getting close to others, but hangs out with Warachu even though he calls her auntie. It's a bit weird. Now we have Warachu, who looks a bit strange in this game because he is not a mouse as was known in the other Neptune games, as his race is not actually in the MMO. And pretty much he's an adventurer, but he doesn't really play the game and doesn't really want to level up, so he just sells recovery items outside dungeon entrances, so he'll probably be at the entrance to dungeons. You can just buy potions off him instead of having to travel back to town, so it's pretty useful. Now the last three, these three are all based on Sword Art Online and Axelrod. So Kiria, who is obviously based on Kirito by the look of them and the look of their character, and pretty much their name. And they are a player participating in the beta test for Four Goddesses Online. They're a pretentious, cool looking girl and at first glance seems to be a nice person at heart, and they work hard and is good at playing games. But she is too honest and often used and strategically unrewarded. Kuren Nekahime, which we'll get to later, is an acquaintance of hers from another game. She has excellent reflexes and is well known in another game as a ranker, Black Knight, which obviously doesn't have anything to do with Kirito being the Black Swordsman. Now next we have Kuru Nekohime. Now Kuru Yukihime, she's obviously a reference to, and by the look of it, maybe Nekopara, she's wearing the maid outfit. She looks a bit like Vanilla from Nekopara, but I'm not really 100% sure about it. So pretty much, she's a really likable character, and everyone loves her, no one really hates her, she's kind of there, she's always happy, she's really nice, and they don't really say anything about what she's actually going to do gameplay-wise, like what her job is. Now the final character is obviously based on Deathgun from Sword Art, and he's known as the God of Death. He's kind of an urban legend, and is said to creep up on low-level players and harvest their HP at a moment's notice. So he pretty much sounds like the main villain for the game, probably going to be working with R4 and Warachu in a way. But yeah, that was it for the information on Four Goddesses Online. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like and a comment, and I'll see you guys soon for more videos. Adios.